I'm Justin Benavidez. I'm an assistant professor of agricultural economics for Texas AgriLife Extension.
I'm Pancho, and I am an assistant professor and extension economist, district economist from Vernon, Texas.
And we're both faculty members on the Developing a Drought Management Plan for Your Ranch seminar series coming up in April. So as of mid-March, about 63% of the state was in some form of drought, D1 or higher. Another 20-odd% is in abnormally dry conditions. And this has been spreading first from South Texas all the way up to the entire western half of the state. And now even some of our more rainy eastern parts of the state are facing drought. So this is a severe problem, and unfortunately it's a persistent one. It's one that we will not see the end of with this drought. And so that causes producers to have to face culling decisions, think about increased feed costs and increased management costs. And those are the concerns that we hope to help mitigate with the information in this series of webinars. The program is going to be April 13th, 15th, 20th, and 22nd, all from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be a webinar series. We're going to cover a host of topics that apply to managing your way through a drought and preparing for a drought. So I'll be talking about risk management programs that will help you financially manage through a drought. Our livestock specialist, Jason Smith, is going to be talking about feeding and nutrition strategies. Dr. Morgan Treadwell is going to be talking about rangeland communities and wildfire recovery. And then Pancho can tell us about his topic as well.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about those management strategies that we can use that are before the drought, during the drought, and after the drought that will minimize the impact of a drought. We know that drought will always have an impact on our operations, doesn't matter what. But what are all those things that we're going to integrate from previous, the previous topics, and we're going to see what is the economic impact of all those things on our business operation, on our ranch cattle operation.
One of the most valuable things I think you'll walk away from by attending is that we understand the limitations of economists whenever we approach some of these problems, because we can sit down and we can model a bunch of different potential outcomes. But we have an interdisciplinary approach with two really premier animal science and rangeland faculty who we're going to let poke holes in our strategy at the end of each session, and we're going to have them sit down and say, absolutely, the numbers work out, but here are some implicit costs that are hard to model that you should consider as well. And so what is the nutritional load that is going to be required, and did Pancho and I address that? And if we didn't, make sure that you consider that in your planning. And so the interdisciplinary approach of this workshop is the thing that I think is going to be the most valuable, not only for our attendees, but for Pancho and I as well.